At a time we are dealing with numerous challenges in our nation, from the killings of young persons to the economic turmoil that we are facing, to numerous and various problems that the nation Kenya faces, I am here to give you unfiltered insight into these issues, one by one, as we delve into the details of these occurrences. My name is Chris Kushu, and this is my unfiltered insight. All those promotional messages you get on your phone in form of text, oh, you will win this, oh, play this game, oh, we have all this from this circle, from this bank, and you're not their client, do you know you could make money out of it? Do you know you could be paid? And this is the way you may be paid. The office of the data commissioner, which is doing an exceptional job of late, especially pertaining to the cases of 2024. I will cite one or two cases where persons have been paid when their right to privacy has been violated by persons, and even gone to an extent of ignoring complaints from the persons they are violating their privacy. A complaint was filed in 2024 by one Bosco, and the complaint was between Bosco and Taifa DT Sacco. That was complaint 1779 of 2024. The Sacco kept sending Bosco constant credit and debit alert messages, yet he was not a member of that Sacco. Article 31, C and D, grant the right to privacy and the right for their privacy not to be infringed to each and every citizen of this republic by sending these messages to a person who was not a member of their institution, repeatedly, credit and debit messages. They had violated this person's privacy. And that is not according to me. That is according to the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. Taifa DT Circle this year, after the case has been concluded, and after the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner had looked into the petition, was fined 250,000 shillings for that action. Another case that highlights when a person takes your images and videos and especially uses them for commercial purposes, without your consent, they must pay you. And that is according to the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. Case 1708 of 2024, Richard Wafula versus Hotel Tobriana. Richard Wafula had been to the hotel and held his wedding ceremony there. The hotel took his photos, the photos of his wife and guests, and recorded videos. After the wedding, Wafula realized that the hotel was using the videos and photos of him, his wife, his guests, and the event at large for commercial purposes. Wafula sent a complaint and a demand letter for the ceasing of that action to Hotel Tobriana, and they ignored that letter. Richard Wafula, being an informed citizen, filed case 1708 in 2024 with the Office of Data Protection Commissioner. This year, the decision came in, and Wafula was awarded 750,000 shillings to be paid by Hotel Tobriana to him for violating his right to privacy. You have the right for your photos not to be taken and be used for commercial purposes. You have a right for someone to seek your consent before using videos they've recorded of you without your consent. You have a right for your photos and the photos of your event to remain private unless stated otherwise by the owner of those photos and videos. You have a right for them to remain private, and nobody has a right to use them without your consent, and especially for commercial purposes. Another case, Caleb Owor versus White Path. That was case number 1931 of 2024. White Path is a lending company, a money lending company, like in the case of Mogo and Such, and Platinum Credit Such, microfinances. A friend or a relative or someone who actually knows Caleb Owor got a loan from this institution and refused to pay that loan. White Path found it wise to keep calling, keep texting, and keep demanding the money from Caleb Owor as a guarantor to that loan. The problem came in, Caleb Owor had never consented to being a guarantor, and White Path had no evidence that he had consented to be a guarantor. Caleb Owor, being tired of the constant nagging from White Path Limited, filed a case with the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. In that case, number 1931 of 2024. And White Path was ordered to pay Caleb Owor 250,000 shillings. You see those messages, those calls that are made to your family members, to your contact list, sometimes to your employer, and sometimes even to your pastor, by those micro-lending companies that give you mobile loans especially. Those nagging calls, the way they keep calling you, those calls are illegal. Those are illegal means of trying to get the debt paid. And you can actually sue in the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner and be paid, well, between 250,000 shillings and 5 million shillings. If you feel in any case that your privacy has been violated, find a lawyer and file a complaint with the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner, and you'll get your bite of the apple if you have a case. That is my unfiltered insight.